Magandang araw po sa ating lahat mga ka-Isip Math. It's me again, Teacher Koy of Isip Math Tutorial. At pag-uusapan natin ngayon yung week 8 ng ating grade 7 Mathematics. Ang topic po natin this week ay real number system at arranging real numbers. Pero bago po tayo magsimula, kung bago po kayo sa aking channel, huwag niyo pong kalimutang i-subscribe at pindutin ang bell icon para po lagi po kayong updated sa mga bagong uploads po natin. At huwag niyo pong kalimutang i-follow ang ating Facebook page, Isip Math Tutorial, at mag-join sa ating Facebook group, DepEd Teachers Files. At shout out nga pala sa lahat ng mga taga Negros Oriental at taga Iloilo, taga Cebu, taga Leyte, at taga Bohol na mga kasamahan po natin mga guro. Okay, so ang ating objectives for day 1 and 2, ang ating competency ay illustrates the different subsets of real numbers. At ang objectives po natin, to describe and give example of each subset of the real numbers, and to illustrate and represent the different subsets of real number using a diagram. And for our day 3 and 4, our competency is arranges real numbers in increasing or decreasing order, and our objectives to arrange real numbers in increasing or decreasing order, and to arrange real numbers and the number line. Okay, so let's start for our day 1. Day 1, to describe and give example of each subset of the real numbers. The real number system has evolved over time to explain the notion of the word number. In the beginning, the word number meant objects you could count, such as the number of ducks in the pond. However, as time passed by, different number values were added and new subsets of numbers were introduced. So we have here natural numbers. So ano po ba itong tinatawag nating natural numbers? These numbers are used for counting. Pag sinabi nating used for counting, ibig sabihin natural numbers. So for example, we have 2, 3, 5, 8, and 17. Next, we have whole numbers. So whole numbers, these numbers are formed by adding 0 to the set of natural numbers. So we add 0 sa ating natural numbers. So magiging ganito na po siya, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. So for our example, we have 0, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 18. We have also integers. So these are formed by adding the negatives of the natural number to the set of whole numbers. So diba yung natural numbers po natin at saka whole numbers, diba positive po sila. So we add negatives. So okay, we add negative numbers, so nagiging integers. For example, we have negative 19, negative 5, negative 2, 0, 4, 6, and 20. And we have also rational numbers. The set of rational numbers is the set of all members which can be expressed in the form of A over B. So ibig sabihin fraction, di ba? A over B, where A and B are integers. So either negative or positive. And our B is not equal to 0. And then the decimal representation of rational number either terminates or repeats. For example, we have negative 19. We can express negative 19 into negative 19 over 1. We have also negative 8. We can express that one into negative 8 over 1. And we have also negative 5. We have also 3 over 5. 3 over 5 is equal to 0.6. And we have also 2/3 or 2 over 3 equal to 0.6666, and so on. Okay. And then we have also irrational numbers. The set of irrational numbers is the set of numbers whose decimal representations are neither terminating nor repeating. These numbers cannot be expressed as quotient of integers. So we have here the examples. Square root of 2 is equivalent to negative 1.1414214 ... And when we have also square root of 3 equivalent to 1.73205, and we have this pi. Okay, pi is equivalent to 3.141592. Okay. So we have here an exercise. Determine to which subset of real number each number belongs. Use a tick mark to answer. The first one is done for you. So we have to check kung saan po siya nabilog. For example, we have here number 1, negative 86. Diba? Integers po siya. Diba? Sa integers, may negative at saka positive. And still rational numbers. Diba? Kasi negative 86, we can express that one into negative 86 over 1. And part po siya ng real numbers. Okay? So, try to answer the following items. We have here 34.74, 4 over 7, and so on. Okay, so that's for our day 1. So let's go to our day 2. Day 2 to illustrate and represent the different subsets of real numbers using a diagram. Once we say real numbers, rational and irrational numbers, di ba? And all points are on the number line. And all possible distances on the number line. And the set of rational numbers and the set of irrational numbers are disjoint sets. Ibig sabihin, wala po silang point of intersection. In fact, they are complements of each other. Hindi po pwedeng mawala si irrational, hindi po pwedeng mawala si irrational. The union of these two sets is the set of real numbers. And number 5, any number that represents an amount or something such as weight, volume, or the distance between 2 points will always be a real number. So we have here the diagram that illustrates the relationships of the sets that make up the real numbers. So kung nakikita natin dito, ito po yung tinatawag natin natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. At saka ito si irrational numbers, kumbaga disjoint, wala po silang point of intersection, but they're complements to each other. Ibig sabihin, hindi pwedeng mawala si irrational numbers or si rational numbers or integers or whole numbers or natural numbers. Kasi, part po sila ng tinatawag nating real numbers. Okay, so for our day 3, arranging real numbers, to arrange real numbers in increasing or decreasing order. The numbers are said to be in ascending or increasing order when they are arranged from smallest number to the largest number. Ibig sabihin, galing sa maliit o from smallest, di ba? Maliit papunta sa pinakamalaki. Okay? So yan po tinatawag natin increasing, di ba? Increasing or ascending. Okay, from least to greatest. Then meron po tayong tinatawag na decreasing or descending order. So is the contradiction of ascending order. So pag sinabi natin decreasing or descending, contradiction, kabaliktaran sa ascending order. That means it is the opposite process of writing the numbers in increasing order. So yung ating increasing or ascending, di ba, from smallest to largest. Si decreasing or descending is from largest to smallest, or the highest value number to the lowest value number. Okay, so for example, sa ating increasing or ascending, okay, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, diba? Increasing or ascending from smallest to largest number. Sa ating descending or decreasing, okay, for example, we have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Diba? From highest value down to the lowest value. Okay, so what if fraction yung binigay? So order in fraction, we have method number 1. Step 1, for a given series of fractions, first convert it into decimal numbers. And then step 2, find increasing of the decimal numbers. Finally, replace the decimal values with the respective fraction or fractional numbers. Okay, for example, we have this one. Find the increasing order of the following fractions: 8 over 6, 2 over 3, 10 over 12, and 9 over 6. So, ang ating given series ay 8 over 6, 2 over 3, 10 over 12, and 9 over 6. So, for step 1, converting fractions into decimal. So, we have here 8 over 6, that is equivalent to 1.33. And for 2 over 3, that is equivalent to 0.67. And 10 over 12, that is equivalent to 0.83. And 9 over 6, that is equivalent to 1.5. Okay, so for step 2, arranging the increasing order of the decimal value. So, i-arrange po natin yung increasing order sa ating decimal. Increasing, it means from smallest value to the largest or highest value. So, ito na po siya. So, based ating results ating decimal, si 0.67 yung pinaka-lowest po natin, di ba? Followed by 0.83, then followed by the 1.33, and the highest value is 1.5. Okay, since na-identify na po natin kung sino yung pinaka-smallest value, di ba? Increasing, then going to the highest value. For our step 3, replacing the decimal values with fraction values. So, i-replace po natin yung equivalent na fraction nito. So, magiging ganito na po siya. Diba? 2 over 3. Diba? Ito po siya, si 0.67. Followed by 10 over 12. Ito po siya, 0.83. And followed by 8 over 6. Ito po siya, 1.33. And the last or the highest value is 9 over 6. Ito po siya, 1.5. Okay, so ganyan lang po. Therefore, ang ating increasing order ng ating fraction ay 2 over 3, 10 over 12, 8 over 6, and 9 over 6. Okay, so next we have method number 2. Step 1, find the LCM of the denominators. For example, we have here the given 8 over 6, 2 over 3, 10 over 12, and 9 over 6. So step 1, find the LCM of the denominators. Ang ating LCM of our denominators, di ba, ating denominators ay 6, 3, 12, and 6. So, ang kanilang LCM is 12. Di ba? 12. Okay. So, ang ating gagawin ay ganito. For step 2, since nalaman na po natin yung LCM, for step 2, divide the LCM value by the denominator of the fraction. So, i-divide po natin yung LCM, divide the LCM value by the denominator of our fraction. So, ang ating first fraction ay 8 over 6. So, ang kaniyang denominator ay 6. So, yung 8 at yung ating LCM na 12, divide by 6 is equal to 2. Diba? Then, we have 2 over 3. So, 12 divided by our denominator, which is 3. Ang result ay 4. Then we have 10 over 12. So 12 divided 12. Ang result ay 1. We have 9 over 6. So 12 divided 6 is equal to 2. Okay, that's for our step 1 and 2. For our step 3, multiply both the numerator and the denominator of the fraction with the resultant value of step 2. Yung result po natin sa step 2 kanina, magagamit po natin yon. So ito na po siya. Okay, so ito po yung fraction natin, 8 over 6. Diba? Multiplied by both numerator and denominator by the fraction of the resultant value of step 2. At in step 2, ang result po niya ay 2. So, numerator is 2, denominator is 2. So, 8 times 2 is 16 and 6 times 2 is 12. Then next, our fraction is 2 over 3. Yung result po niya kanina ay 4. Diba? So, 4 over 4. So, 2 times 4, that is 8. 3 times 4, that is 12. And next fraction is 10 over 12. Ang result po niya sa step 2 ay 1, di ba? So 1 over 1. So 10 times 1, that is 10. And 12 times 1 is equal to 12. So nagiging 10 over 12. Then 9 over 6 yung fraction natin, di ba? Tapos yung result niya kanina ay 2. So 2 over 2. So 9 times 2 is 18 and 6 times 2 is 12. So that's for our step 3. And for our step 4 and 5, the equivalent fractions are, ginamit na po natin yung LCM, which is 12. 16 over 12, 8 over 12, 10 over 12, 18 over 12. Since the denominators are the same compared to the numerators, so pareho na po yung denominators nila, so malaman na po natin kung ano yung pinaka lowest, di ba, or smallest value at saka highest value. So therefore, it becomes 8 over 12, followed by 10 over 12, followed by 16 over 12, and 18 over 12. And then for step 3, respective ascending order fractions are, okay, replace natin yung given fraction, di ba? Sa 8 over 12 is equivalent to 2/3, di ba? Then 10 over 12, and then si 16 over 12 is ito po sa 8 over 6, at saka si 18 over 12, ito po sa 9 over 6. Okay, so therefore, the increasing order of the given fractions are 2 over 3, 10 over 12, 8 over 6, and 9 over 6. Okay. So, let's go to our day 4. Arrange real numbers on the number line. The ordered nature of the real numbers can be arranged along a line. Okay, yung number line, di ba? Number line po natin is yung ating point of origin is 0. At lahat ng numbers going to right are all positive, and lahat ng numbers going to left are all negative. So imagine that the line is made up of an infinite number of points all packed so closely together that they form a solid line. So ibig sabihin, infinite number. The points are ordered so that points to the right are greater than the points to the left. Ibig sabihin, yung points papunta sa right are greater compared dun sa points papunta sa left. Okay, then we have to remember the symbols greater than and less than. Okay, so ito na po yung tinatawag natin number line. Ito po si 0, point of origin. Tapos yung points going to right, di ba, are all positive, and the points going to left are all negative. Okay, so for example, we have this one. 4 is greater than 2. Bakit greater si 4 kay 2 o mas malaki si 4 kay 2? Di ba ito si 4, ito si 2, di ba? Lahat ng points or numbers to right are greater. Okay, so since 4 is at the right of 2, it means 4 is greater than 2. Andito po si 4 going to right, ito po si 2, di ba? So it means mas malaki si 4 kaysa ni 2. Okay, so next we have negative 5 and negative 4. Since negative 5 is at the left of negative 4, ito po sa negative 5, di ba? Nasa left side po siya ni negative 4. So it means negative 5 is less than to negative 4. Okay? Then last, we have 5 is greater than negative 1. Since 5 is at the right of negative 1, saan po si 5? Ito si 5. Ito si negative 1. 5 is nandun sa right side ni negative 1. So therefore, 5 is greater than negative 1. Okay? Converting real numbers to decimals will make them easier to compare and order. So for step 1, convert the fractions to decimals. Okay? Pag sinabi natin convert the fraction to decimals, ibig sabihin yung fraction, express that one into decimal. Okay? Then step 2, convert the square roots to decimals. Kung merong square root, i-convert into decimal. And if the number is not perfect square, the answer is not a whole number. Diba? Pag perfect square, ang answer ay whole number. For example, square root of 4. So, ang answer po niya ay 2, whole number. Pag sinabi din square root of 3, diba, 3 is not a perfect square. So, it means decimal po yung answer niya. For step 3, graph the decimals on the number line. And for step 4, order the number from least to greatest. For example, we have this one, 0.25, negative 0.5, negative 1 over 4 or 1/4, and positive 1/2 or 1 over 2, and negative 3 over 4 or 3/4, negative 3/4, and we have square root of 4. So from least to greatest on the number line. So we'll arrange this one at ilagay po natin sa number line. So since meron po tayong fraction at saka square root, i-convert po natin sila into decimal. So ang ating negative 1/4 or negative 1 over 4, that is equivalent to negative 0.25. At saka ang ating 1/2 ay equivalent to 0.5. Ang ating negative 3 over 4 or negative 3/4 is equivalent to negative 0.75. At saka ang ating square root of 4 is a perfect square. So therefore 4 is a perfect square. So therefore ang ating result is 2. Okay? So the ordered form from least to greatest, saan po si negative 0.75? If this is our negative 1, so si negative 0.75 andito po siya, almost negative 1. At saka si negative 0.5 ay between negative 1 and 0, di ba? At saka sa ating si next is negative 0.25, dito po siya almost 0 at part of the negative papunta sa 1. And our 0.25 is andito po siya after 0 going to 1, and our 0.5 is between 0 and 1, and our 2 is andito po siya. Okay, so ito po yung order from least to greatest. Mas pinaka least values is negative 0.75, followed by negative 0.5, and followed by negative 0.25, and next is 0.25, next is 0.5, and the highest value is 2. Yan po yung day 1 to 4 po natin. And once again, it's me, Teacher Koy. Thanks for watching and see you on my next video.